It's time for another episode of Local Roots. Hi, I'm Todd Studer. I know this week that a lot of folks have seen the Northern Lights, and the reason I know that is because there's thousands of pictures on social media about it now. You know, I still have not seen the Northern Lights with my own eyes, and as often as it seems to be happening now, that's my own fault. I just haven't gone outside when they're out there, but I should probably do that because I have heard how many people say that it's a pretty powerful experience the first time that you see them. So yeah, I'm going to get it on my radar and get out there and see them. But typically I don't know about it until after the fact. So it's on my bucket list, though. I'm going to make that happen. Coming up today, we are going to revisit with Rikayla Champlin. Rikayla is the Senior Administrative Assistant at the Pottawattamie County Jail. Now, why are we talking with Rikayla? Well, if you remember, we go back to July, and they were doing a Christmas in July event where they were raising money for their Shop with a Sheriff program. And now all of that is happening this Saturday. Young people, their parents are all going to be lining up at Target early in the morning on Saturday before they even open to get in there and get paired up with a sheriff's deputy and go out on some shopping and get some things that they need and some things that they want. So that is coming up today. Rikayla Champlin on this episode of Local Roots. You know, Service Master Restore by Schmader, they know it's hard to get back to normal if you've suffered serious property damage due to flooding, fire, or smoke, and you might be left with all sorts of questions about how to get everything back to normal. Service Master Restore by Schmader is the number that you need to have in your phone because when disaster strikes, you're going to want to know who to call. Cindy Schmader will tell you herself. She hopes you never have to call her. That's her goal, but she also knows that life's going to happen. So write this number down, 402-339-9911. And when disaster strikes, you've got somebody that you can call. Castle and Associates of American Family Insurance, your local insurance provider, for all of your home, auto, life, business, and farm insurance needs with 4 convenient locations. They are in Trainer. They have an office in Council Bluffs. They're also in Nebraska, in Bellevue and in Elkhorn, which means they make sure that they are local and in your neighborhood, ready to help you navigate the complexities of insurance today. Travis and his team educate, advise, and simplify insurance, all to protect those things you cherish most. Give them a call for your free quote. If we want to learn about everything that's been going on with one of my favorite programs that happen in the county, we got to get back in touch with Rikayla Champlin, the Senior Administrative Assistant with the Pottawattamie County Jail. You have been very busy, Rikayla, getting everything ready to take some young people shopping.
I have, yes.
So how has this going? Well, let's start by telling people what the program is and some of the background behind it.
Yeah. So Shop with the Sheriff was started by Lieutenant Larry Brown in 1998. It was kind of a vision of his that he wanted to raise some funds from some of our vendors that we work with and take some children shopping that were in need of some new winter coats and snow boots and some things like that. And so it was started back then. I came along in 2001, and I got to work with Larry on the project for a couple years before he retired. And since then, the program has just really grown and become a lot bigger and a lot better. We take a group of about 50 kids shopping every year at Target in Council Bluffs. We are a part of their Heroes and Helpers program where they also donate some funds to us to take kiddos shopping. And we take these kids shopping and they're able to pick out a lot of different winter essentials they need and of course some fun things. The family gets a gift certificate for a holiday food basket. So it's just a great event. Yeah. About 22 families are participating this year.
It's just wonderful that this type of thing is happening here, and I know it's making such a huge difference. Are you taking all 50 kids at the same time? Is that all one event?
Yes, they all come at the same time. We shop very early in the morning. We arrive just before the store opens so that everyone gets paired up with a deputy or one of our employees, and they get into the store and start their shopping before the store opens at 7.
Wow.
So, yeah. So we get on our way a little bit before the store opens so that our chaos is not in the front of the store as everyone else is trying to come in. But yeah, it's such a fun morning. The kids really get to see our law enforcement officers in a good positive light. So it's a great program for them to get to know some of our officers and be able to see them as safe people that they can come to if they need something. So it's just a great time.
Well, ultimately, though, Rikayla, isn't that the goal with this program?
Yes.
I mean, obviously, that you're really giving some positive memories and experiences to young people and getting them some things they need and some things that they want. But really, the goal here is, look, don't be afraid of the man or woman in the uniform.
Yes.
They are here to help you,
Yes.
and establishing that relationship when they're younger means it's just going to continue on as they grow up and become adults.
Yes. These interactions are so important. They're valuable to everyone, not just these kiddos, but to the parents that are coming with their children, and for our employees. We need our employees to come and have positive interactions like this also.
And also great timing. I mean, I know that there has been a push on food drives and everything else with everything that's been happening recently.
Yeah.
And you talked about, a meal basket. Well, that's huge to be able
Yes.
to help out the families that way too.
Yeah. In the past, we would actually go shopping and they would get a cart full of groceries. The last couple of years, we've switched that up, and these families will be receiving a gift card to be able to go and pick out what they need as far as groceries. So, that way, if they don't eat turkey, they're not getting a turkey that's going to sit in their freezer for a year. So, yeah.
Wait, no, that can't be. No, somebody doesn't eat turkey?
So they actually get to go and pick out what they'd like for their holiday meal. And, it's just, it's a nice experience for them to be able to pick that out themselves also.
We first talked back in July.
We
What's the
did.
community response been with it this year?
It's been really great. This was our first ever Christmas in July promotion. So a couple of years ago, we did lose some funding from a large event that used to help fund Shop with the Sheriff. So we were trying to get creative with some different ways that we might be able to make up some of those funds that we've lost. And I think it did help quite a bit. We're still a little short, but we do accept donations all year long. So we're hoping to continue making up those shortfalls, and in the months to come, hopefully get what we need. So
how is that done? I mean, with if somebody is listening or watching and wants to be able to donate, what's the process there?
Yep. So donations can be made in person here at the sheriff's office. You can drop off a check or cash. If it's a check, it would be made out to the Community Foundation for Western Iowa. That's where our funds are housed. And then the note would just need to say Shop with the Sheriff. You can also drop off a donation at the Community Foundation on West Broadway, or you can go to the Community Foundation's website and click the donate link and find our Shop with the Sheriff fund and make a donation right there.
I'm not sure if we talked about that last time, Rikayla, that you're working with Donna and her team over at
We
the
are.
Community Foundation.
We are working with Donna and her team. Yep.
So, and that's,
Another thing that I would like to point out about the website is if this is something you're passionate about, you are able to make your payment recurring. So if it's something where you're able to make a donation monthly, you certainly can do that on that website.
yeah, there's, we were just talking about this at an event last night, an organization that I belong to that we have dues. They said, can we make these monthly instead of one lump sum at the end of the year? It's a whole lot easier when you can look at it and say, oh, this is less than a Netflix bill. So that's one way to be able to look at it. And you're making such a huge difference. I mean, think about these young people getting up early on a Saturday to go in and be around a bunch of other kids that are all there for the same reason. They're now having a like experience. I'm guessing that there's probably going to be friendships made at this event that some kids, maybe they didn't even know each other. And now the shared experience will be something that they can both look back on.
Most definitely. Another fun thing, we have Santa coming, and we also have the Grinch coming.
Oh,
So these kiddos will have to be looking out for the Grinch trying to steal some toys from their carts.
well, what I've learned is you hand him an onion, and that fixes the problem. Yeah, that was it's a weird kind of thing, but it does work. So again, helping out this program throughout the year, I think that might actually be that's a great promotion, and to be able to push that out, and especially when you start looking at towards the end of the year and people are allocating where their money can go, and to be able to help out, because the area in which we live is very supportive of this type of thing. We come out for that type of thing. So if we can make it easy for people to be able to donate and do that, and just like you talked about, that there's a way to just make it a recurring thing, and it's not a big lump sum. It's just a little bit here and a little bit there, and all of that adds up. When you talk about a community and a county the size of ours, everybody contributing a little adds up to a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
Another thing, our ultimate goal annually is $20,000 to keep our program fully funded. So every little bit counts when you're looking at a number that large. Yeah. Every little bit counts.
Yeah. Somebody was telling me just recently, that we're just going to keep putting pennies in the jar, because eventually that jar is going to fill up and we've got something there. And that's how this works. And so this is going to be going on Saturday. So all of the young people are going to be meeting over at Target. Is that how it works? And it's just everybody right there in the front?
Yep. They'll come to Target, and we'll get all the kiddos paired up with one of our employees, and they'll get all of their shopping done, and they'll get to see Santa and the Grinch and get to go home with a new coat and some fun items, and everybody will have a great time.
And pick a warmer coat, young people. I know it's supposed to be warmer on Saturday, but it's not going to stay that way. We do live in Iowa. We're getting a little bit of a heat wave. I think it said 70 on Friday, and then upper 60s on Saturday. So it can lull us into a false sense of security a little bit there, I think. But
that's right.
Again, wonderful program. Very happy that you've been such a huge part of this, Rikayla. I know we talked about it last time, but I'm going to have you talk about it again here. Just how much this feeds your soul. I mean, let's be honest. You work in a place that quite often you're dealing with folks that are, having some of the worst times of their life, and that kind of energy can get into you. So to be able to work on a project like this, I'm sure is a big relief for you.
It is. It's very heartwarming. The morning that you go, just seeing the kids and the families coming in, and they're so appreciative of the things that they're getting, because it is in need so much in our community. There's nothing better.
Yeah. And again, we sometimes forget that, folks are just going through their lives and really, really struggling day to day, and just doing the very best that they can. And just what may seem like a small gesture is really a huge gesture to someone else. And
if we can shine a light on a family during a time of need, then we're happy to be able to do that. So
for the future, is there a place for families to be able to sign up for this program for next year? I mean, I'm sure it's going to be coming in the future, but is there a process to do that?
So what we do is we work with all of the county schools, and they send nominations to us every year. Excellent. So we reach out to all 5 county schools. They each send us 10 nominations. Excellent. So that's how we get our names. So if there is a family out there that is in one of our rural county schools and they are needing some assistance, they should be reaching out to their principal or their guidance counselor and asking about nominations for Shop with the Sheriff. And not just Shop with the Sheriff, but other programs. There are other programs out there that, are there to help them as well.
Yeah, I think that brings up a good point, that this is not just Council Bluffs. This is all across Pottawattamie County.
Yes. So we would use all of the county schools. Council Bluffs Police Department, they have Shop with the Cop for Council Bluffs kids. Carter Lake Police Department does a Shop with the Cop for Carter Lake kids. So everyone's got a program there within the county. So it's just a matter of going to the right law enforcement agency to seek out how to be a part of that.
Well, Rikayla, we're very thankful for all the hard work you do. I know that sometimes we get things that are projects that don't feel like work. So
Yeah.
we kind of, right. And we kind of think that, well, why are you thanking me? It doesn't really feel like an effort, but it is. You're putting a lot of work into this, and you've done a wonderful job in growing the program and making sure that everything is coordinated and making sure that these families and these children have an extremely positive experience coming up on Saturday. So, from all of us, thank you for what it is that you're doing. We're very grateful. And, anything that we can do here with with our little program, happy to do it. Would love to help spread the word in any way that we can. So, as I said, grateful as always that you came on. Doesn't that sound like a fun event? Boy, I'm jealous of what's going to be happening, and all of the young people. Am I too old to be a part of that program? Nah, I'm not too old to donate. So that's going to be my goal, and we'll just get that done. Thanks again, Rikayla, for being on the show. Unique Boutique Iowa in Neola, you are invited to a special upcoming event at their store. It's a color analysis with coaching by Robbie, and it's happening this Saturday from 10 to 1 at their store at 101 4th Street in Neola. Each session includes a 15-minute professional color consultation, a personal digital color palette, also exclusive coupons, snacks, and even some bubbly. Reservations are required, however. Here's where you need to go. ShopUBIowa.com. That website, ShopUBIowa.com. Unique Boutique Iowa. Discover your colors and elevate your style. And don't forget to support local. And if you have a leak, a clogged drain, or need a big remodel, Waldstein Plumbing in Council Bluffs has you covered with fast, reliable service and expert craftsmanship, handling everything from small repairs to major installations. Locally owned and trusted, taking pride in doing the job right the first time. When integrity matters and when doesn't it, these are the guys to call. Waldstein Plumbing. Visit them online at waldsteinplumbing.com. Thank you again, Rikayla Champlin, for being our guest today, and have a wonderful time at Target at the Shop with the Sheriff event this Saturday. My name's Todd Studer. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.